Back with the YouTube recording. Same day, like half an hour later. I've eaten lunch, I'm restored, I'm ready to continue. Right. Pertinent information about ammunition. Okay. So. Per round. Why is this synthwave? I mean, I love this song, but why is it synthwave? Good food. You know, just a basic ass cheese and ham sandwich, but real good. Yes. Gunsmith kit can hold up to 35 pieces of ammunition. Thank you for asking. Did I provide? Let's say contains the tooled nieces needed to maintain and repair firearms, as well as create ammunition. Let's just give this the equivalent of 5 copper pieces per charge, and the same per material. Right, I'm zoomed in, that's why all the kerning's weird. But hopefully it makes it easier to see. Okay, so that's cool. Attempt to craft ammunition once put during short rest and during a long rest. In brackets, the DC required. Pass this check. Increases by 1 per 2 spell levels. There we go. So that's just how to make ammunition and how to make magical ammunition. Where is? Here we go. A character may also place the range of a shotgun with how to word this without it being clunky. I also replaced the default range value a 15-foot cone. This occurs in Cure. +4 modifier to the DC required. Requiring how to word this weapon requires all targets within it to succeed on a dexterity saving throw. To avoid the weapon damage. There's options. All creatures. And then succeed in the dexterity saving throw to avoid the weapon damage. Rather than an attack roll. Think that works? Let's do this instead. Snacks got? Enjoy your snacks. If this option is chosen, the shotgun no longer requires attack rolls. Third, each creature in the cone succeed. Pass a dexterity saving throw. Or take weapon damage as normal. Take damage from the weapon as normal. This is a separate section. Pass a dexterity saving throw or take, I guess, weapon damage is normal. Oh right, I never moisturised. That's why my hand feels weird. Need to fix this tube of moisturiser as well. Not put anywhere near enough moisturiser on. Really? Freaking moisturiser. Makes my hand smell great though. So there's that. So a character may also replace the default range value with a 15-foot cone, because a +4 modifier to the DC required. If this option is chosen, the shotgun no longer requires attack rolls. Instead, each creature in the cone must pass a dexterity saving throw or take weapon damage as normal. Cool. I think that really conveys what I need it to convey. Just sad thought individual struggles with moisturizer. Yeah, definitely. Oh, that feels so much better. I also had a thought about dodge roll. So this is basically the same as the feature from the DM's Guild, and that's a bit too close for my liking. So, as a reaction upon taking damage, you may expend 2 focus points to immediately move up to 10 feet away. Say immediately move up to half your movement. Immediately move up to half your speed. Additionally, by expending 2 focus points, you only need a 5-foot run up for long jumps. There we go, just to get some of that mobility going. Because that's pretty mobility focused. Pretty mobility focused feature. Comma attacks upward. Unity triggered by this movement. I don't know why. Made with disadvantage. There we go. That's better. Allows you to move out of the way of trouble rather than, you know, not taking damage. And then there's some slight out of combat utility here. Okay, so now I need to do my styles. I need to be styling. Styles. That'd be what? Heading 2? Yes, heading 2. Swag style. Flashy? Yeah, let's go flashy. You know what, let's make this heading 1. Heading 2. So this is at levels 3, 6, 10, or 14. Okay, so at level 3, flashy style. Fast moving target. At 3rd level, you're adept at moving quickly, cover to cover. You need +5 bonus to your movement speed. Additionally, fast hands? Yes, fast hands. You may use dash as a bonus action. Also, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm not on a dedicated IP, and Twitch is fine. So I have no idea what's going on there. Because you missed the start of the stream. When is this? So this is obviously I run a Patreon where I make 5e compatible material, OGL compatible material, and I have a class on the DM's Guild called the Gunsmith, but because it's on the DM's Guild, it's like their property. I can't do anything with it apart from just update it. So I wanted to fix some problems I had with it, overhaul some core mechanics behind it, like the focus system, and then release it in a way that I can do stuff with it going forwards, like add extra styles and whatnot. So I'm remaking the class, but for my Patreon instead. The Gunsmith itself is fine on the DM's Guild. I will probably change the name as well from Gunsmith, but I was thinking maybe just Gunner. The Gunsmith is fine as a class. It works okay. It's just I had ideas about how to streamline it. Okay, so that's that. I think at level 6 we'll go for an extra like focus option. So there we go. So it's just doing class development 5e OGL stuff. I guess I could just say extra attack. No, I want it functionally to be extra attack, but have its own thing. Oh, I know. Trick shot. At 6th level, you can pull off impossible shots without thinking. You take, let's say, the first time. No. Let's tie this in with the attack action, not with successful attacks. When you take the attack action, you may make a second attack against a target within, let's say, 15 feet of the first target. The attack action's target. The attack action's target. This attack uses the same attack roll. Attack roll as the attack action. The damage is rolled separately. So that's more like ricocheting your bullet and stuff. So that's one way you can do extra attack without just saying you get 2 attacks. Right, I wanted a focus ability here, didn't I? How could you enhance this with focus? How much focus do you have at 6th level? 1. Eating food feels so good. I can imagine it does. You may spend a focus point to add. Oh, I know. Yes, I ate. I'm fairly sensitive to my blood sugar levels, so like I can still feel the buzzing in my head of actually having, blood sugar. Sub attack roll is the attack action that deals damage equal to your dexterity modifier. Spend a focus point. Roll damage for this attack as normal. There we go. Food go mouth, then you smile. Good. Good. Cool. So that works. Was it 3, 6, 10, and 14? 3, 6, 10, and 14. I need to replace all of these ats with when you reach. I guess that's trick shot. Heading 3 again. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. Indeed, Kiwi. Welcome, welcome. I am making a gun-based class for Dungeons and Dragons that hopefully people feel is worthy enough to donate to my Patreon to have, I don't know, Hope you're feeling better though. I do keep toying with the idea of seeing how many of my chat community would like to play D&D over Discord. Feeling a lot better? Good. Is that because of the pain meds or just because the surgery helped? Okay. This is going to be movement based, this is going to be trick based. Off the meds and you have no idea? Well, at least you're feeling better and you're not on the meds. So that's good. Could tie it in with a dash action. It's progress. It is indeed progress. Come at your opponent from unexpected angles. Playing a piece through Discord is fun. Playing with friends is always fun. I agree. Just role playing in general is fun. You're going to start a campaign at will and Corona happened? Ooh, yeah, that sucks. Just surgery. Well, it could have distracted you from your surgery, to be fair. Use the hide action while lightly obscured. Additionally, let's check the wording on something. But I don't know if it's in the OGL, so I need to check the actual rulebook. So I just kind of use these streams. I'm not going to be doing these streams often because I can't afford to. But if as I keep saying, if you do have anything you want to talk about D&D wise, use these streams to ask me. That's what I'm here for. Playing the game. Combat. Actions in combat. There we go. When you reveal yourself after being hidden. Back Wi-Fi glitch? Oh no! my bit rate's all over the place. It's weird. Creatures within 20 feet of you. Sometimes I prefer doing stuff over the internet in person. Oh, there's less pressure involved doing stuff over the internet than in person. Which, if taken one way, does not apply to tabletop role-playing. Yes, and less driving, definitely. Move yourself after being hidden. Creatures within 20 feet of you must succeed. Hang on. Again, I need to check the wording in the actual book. Grappling. You can try to seize the attention of all creatures within 20 feet of you. Doesn't apply to tabletop role playing because you go on platforms and how to these plays. No, I've got the PDFs, thanks. Angel Wraith. Not really, because obviously if they're confused, if you're friends with them and you have private messaging, you can help them out that way. The platforms are largely the same. You click on a token, you move it. Really, that's it. By making... Okay. A charisma performance. Except it's dexterity performance. Because you can do that. That is something that you can do in this game. By making a dexterity performance check. Contested by each creature's... Is this the right wording? Yep. It reads weirdly, but it is the right wording. Wisdom perception. Any creature that fails. Allies have advantage on this check. Make this check with advantage. Any creature that fails makes ability checks. Attack rolls. Targeting any creature other than you at disadvantage until the start of next turn. And then, let's see. '14th level, flashy ability. We've got a movement one, we've got trick shot, we've got hey, here I am, look at me. And, let's say a reload thing. Oh, actually, this would be the perfect place to put some kind of like burst fire feature. I don't want to call it fan the hammer because that just implies a revolver, but it's basically fan the hammer. Oh, what would I call this? What would I call this? Bullet storm, maybe? Lacks a certain panache. Dance of Death. All of these feature names are subject to change, obviously. I was looking for a feature name. At 14th level. Gotta go, have a good session. Well, thanks for being here for the short time, Bell. Really appreciate it. You and your firearms are one. 14th level, I think you have 2 focus points. Yes, 2 focus points. You may expend 2 focus points to when you take the attack action, you may expend 2 focus points to make a single attack against a number of targets equal to your weapon, your firearm. We'll go with weapons. Yes, ammunition value +1. That counts for people using crossbows. They'll just have an ammunition value of 1, as with a bow. This attack deals an additional amount of damage equal to your charisma modifier. And you have 1. And then you have to wait a couple more levels, and then you can combine Dance of Death with Trick Shot, except Trick Shot is only 1 target. You target within 15 feet of one of the attack actions. Targets. There we go. Put these in brackets just for multi-classing purposes, so if someone has extra attack, then this clarifies it further. And then specifies only 1 target. So that's flashy. Kind of dubsteppy. I dig it. Patient. Yeah, the wrong heading. Whoops. Oh no. Heading 2. Perfect position. Third level, you can exploit the battlefield to your advantage. Gain a climbing speed equal to a movement speed. Equal to your normal speed. I guess walking speed? What's the wording on the thief? Whoop. The roguish archetypes. Second story work. Where is it? There it is. Oh, climbing along cost extra movement. Ah, that should be fine. Additionally, you gain a bonus to attack rolls. Okay. +1 bonus to attack rolls for every, let's say 20 feet above your target. Every 20 feet above your target you are. Every 20 feet you are above your target. And then this is the extra attack. Oh. Penetrating rounds. At 6th level. Customize your firearm to for a single high-powered shot. Take the attack action. You may replace your firearms profile. A single attack roll. Let's look at the precedents I'm thinking of. See if that helps me with the wording. Take the attack action, you may make. a fire penetrating shot. Shot requires a single attack roll. Damages all creatures within a 5 feet wide. Let's say 60 feet long line. It is blocked by the first creature. It hits whose AC is higher than the attack roll. Or the first beast total cover it encounters. The shot requires a single attack roll and damages all creatures in a 15 feet wide and 60 feet long line. It is blocked by the first creature it hits whose AC is higher than the attack roll or the first piece of total cover it encounters. Do you think that's clear enough? Seems reasonably clear. Unlike my speech right now. Additionally, expend a focus point to deal an extra 1d4 damage. And grant the I think it's a quality, isn't it? Siege. No, wait, Siege I think is usually only found on monsters, but I'll just check anyway. Weapons. Properties, not qualities. I've discovered we have enough cetirizine hydrochloride to knock out an elephant. If I try to buy more, stop you. I will try to remember by making you take the cetirizine hydrochloride so you fall asleep and can't. Additionally, it makes spend a focus point to deal an extra 1d4 damage and grant the attack deals double damage to structures. There we go. Right. Now, 10th level. Oops, nope. Patient Hunter. 10th level. Know the value in remaining still. So I've already got a thing that is you reduce your speed to 0 at the start of your turn, right? Yes, level 18. But you can't move and yeah, you have no focus points remaining. Well, you can have one, technically speaking. At 10th level, you know the value in remaining still. At the start of your turn, reduce your speed to 0 at the start of your next turn. You do that's a miracle sound. Do your damage rolls. Gain a bonus equal to your proficiency bonus. If you do, you gain advantage on dexterity stealth checks. To hide. And your damage roll is going to bonus equal to your proficiency bonus. And then 14th level. There we go. This is another focus expenditure feature. So it's climbing, that's just shooting through cover, shooting through people, that's stealth. I feel like this should be a preparation-based thing. Okay. You have 2 focus points at this level, so expend both of them to do something cool, preferably. Place a snare. Well, not great, but possible. I also like the idea that this patient style has more out of combat utility than the flashy style. Maybe it's something to do with being hidden. Always prepared. At 11th level. Your knowledge of undetected. Use the ability to react at a moment's notice. As a reaction upon taking damage, expend 2 focus points to make an attack of opportunity against the creature that damaged you. Before immediately moving to 10 feet. Does that work? I think that works. That should say 14th level, not 10th, not 11th. the numlock on so that it actually works, because if numlock's not on, that just functions as a separate separate pad of arrow keys. Without provoking attacks of opportunity. Half your speed, there we go. Additionally, whilst hidden, as a bonus action, you may... hang on, just want to check the wording in the PDF again, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Where is it? Where is it? Not there. Is it under H for hunting? There we go. Yes. Place a hunting trap in adjacent to. Even better, you may attempt a dexterity stealth check to set the DC. I guess while setting up a hunting trap. Your result is DC required to spot and escape from this trap. That deals damage equal to X D4, where X is your proficiency bonus. It's half your proficiency bonus. Because it's a pseudo magical trap. Okay. Flashy, patient, need a third one. I was thinking of personal, be like a modular thing, but I don't know. Oh, big giant circles. Ooh. Do like big giant circles music. Jeez. Hmm. Actually, no, personal can work. So this is heading 2, I think. Yeah, personal. Wait, heading 2. Great, I got it right. Go me. Favored weapon. At 3rd level. Have a weapon you prefer using above all others. Also a long rest. which you can still benefit from a long rest. You may train with a single firearm in your possession. Attacks made with this firearm gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls. And oh, that reminds me. If the cone option is taken, where is it? Where a feature increases attack roll. Attack roll. Room modifier. Of this modifier and apply it to the DC of this saving throw. Cool, there we go. Attacks made with this firearm gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls. Additionally, any charisma, intimidation, charisma performance checks made use this firearm and use your dexterity modifier instead. Charisma. You can use a dexterity modifier in place of your charisma modifier. So that's purely because you know you're wearing the gun, you can use it well, and you're leaning into that kind of muscle memory to be dangerous rather than, hey, I've got a gun, I'm going to menace you with it. And then we need the extra attack option for the personal. I could just say extra attack. Yeah, I'm just going to say extra attack. I'm not going to tie it to the favored weapon though, just in case. I don't want to deprive someone of a class feature just because they don't have a specific weapon. Like trick shot, I might put whenever you make a ranged attack. If you make a ranged attack as part of the attack action, make a ranged attack against a target in 15 feet. There we go. Extra attack I can just copy from here. There we go. Prepare for some weird formatting. At 6th level, your hands move faster than the eye can follow. Really wish it didn't do this, but there we go. It does. So there's that. However, we will be then adding to this So there's one focus point, right? Yes. Expend a focus point to forego the second attack in order to roll the damage. How to word this? So I'm just going to have it be like a burst fire. Additionally, you may expend a focus point to forgo the second attack in order to roll the damage of the first attack twice. That's really clunky wording. Let's roll the damage of the first attack twice. Yeah. I know what. Additionally, as a reaction, making a successful attack, we spend a focus point to forgo the second attack. You know what? This is just complicating matters. Focus point. It seems really buggy and he's crashing every second, so sometimes safe works. Bug and shower, really cool class. Not enjoying what they negotiation for me. Bye. Sure thing. Have your shower. I'm sorry your internet keeps crapping out. I know what I want it to do, but how do I express this in the mechanics? Oh, I know. As a bonus action, right? What does aim do again? The proficiency modifier. Yeah, that's fine. As a bonus action, you may expend a focus point. Impose disadvantage on any attack rolls you make this turn. Any successful attacks deal an additional weapon die of damage. There we go. Actually, no, that can't be a bonus action. I will have to go through and check what is an action, what is a bonus action, because long reload is going to take an action to reload, slow reload is going to take a bonus action to reload. Short reload, sorry. Well, short reload will not take anything to reload. Long will take a bonus action to reload. So if you've got a rifle with a ammo capacity of 1, you won't be able to use this feature at all. if it's a bonus action. So that's fine, because you can break up attack actions. That works for me. 10th level. Again, this is more just about mastery of the weapon rather than anything else. Reload's there as a flavor, as a mechanic, so I can't really mess with the reload, especially like 10th level. Actually, speed loader at 10th level. You are accustomed to reloading your weapon swiftly. Regardless of your weapon's reload property. You may make regardless of your weapon's remaining ammunition and reload property. You may take even better. There we go. Even better. Back to miraculous sound. You take the attack action even if your weapon has no ammunition remaining. If you do so, you may only make a single attack. And can use the second attack to reload. Your weapon has the long reload property. To reload fully. You may use this feature a number of times equal to your let's say dexterity modifier. TV's going to turn off. Regaining any expended uses at the end of your next long rest. Let's say half your dexterity modifier. Let's just say twice. Let's just say twice. You may use this feature twice. Let's check something from up here. Where is it? Where's fast hands? What did I do with fast hands? There it is. Yeah, that's fine. Additionally, You may double your proficiency bonus. Oop. Oh god, how's mind blank? Complete mind blank. Just check the book. About wording. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for sleight of hand checks. And then 14th level. Let's say. So we've got a. When wielding your favored weapon. There we go. So what would it be? What would it be? So we've got just weapon proficiency increased. We've got firing speed increase. We've got reload speed increase. I guess damage speed increase. Damage increase would make more sense now. Sure. So, how would that represent in weapon mastery? Just peerless aim. At 14th level, your firearm is an extension of your body. And you roll damage dice. Let's simplify it. Successful attacks deal an additional. Nope. Additional equals 2. Nope. +2 damage. This bonus increases to +3 when you are using your favorite weapon. Additionally, you may spend 2 focus points to apply a -5 modifier to your attack rolls. So let's start to the next turn. If you do, your damage rolls +10 bonus, including damage from this feature is included in this number. Let's just do -2 and +5. Because you get extra attack anyway, so think that works. Let's make that -3, because it'll be either 7 or 8 damage. And then an out of combat thing. Related to perception. Additionally, short rest. We may make a wisdom perception check with advantage. Just for being sharp-sighted enough and stuff. Okay, I think I'm done. Got an advancement table. Oh, whoops, no. Right, weapon properties. Yes, cool. So, heading 3. Weapon properties. I guess I'll replace it with ammunition. Weapon can hold a number of rounds equal shown in brackets. Which must be can make a number of attacks. Shown in brackets. Before it must be reloaded. Long reload. So yeah, so this is basically just the reloading key, property. The weapon requires a bonus action to reload. Short reload. That's not how you spell that word in the slightest. Weapon can be reloaded without requiring an action or bonus action. Range is fine, damage value is short reload ammo. I don't think there are any other keywords, any other properties, sorry. Then we've got ammunition crafting. Three styles with features. So I can get rid of this note. So make sure I should have 4 style features. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 style features. Good, good, I can count. I guess it would be under gunsmithing. Character can make any number of firearms. Only carry as many as seems reasonably appropriate. There we go. I think that works for me. Oh, new ink up. So obviously I need to go through and format all of this properly and convert it to Word and proofread it and whatnot, but I'm mostly happy with this. It's more streamlined than the other one. I believe it is sufficiently different to not ruffle anybody's feathers while still retaining the feel of the class. Yes, I think obviously I might toy around with things when I'm doing that proofing and stuff, but I'm happy with this for now, just having a quick glance through it again. So, that was all I wanted to do today, really. It's also like half the length of the other document. I hope if you've watched this, it's been at least somewhat educational and informative. I've tried to, where I felt necessary, explain design choices, but let's just have a quick run through of why I've made the decisions I have before I wrap up. So, D8 because they're designed as a skirmisher. The hit die tells you roughly kind of what kind of approach to combat your character should be having. D6 is they should be staying very far away. D12 is they should be up in the middle of it. D8 is kind of like the skirmisher die. Light and medium armor. Let's just go with light armor for mobility purposes. Actually, no, we'll have medium armor in case anyone wants to get up close and personal with a shotgun. Daggers, short swords, firearms, just so that they've got some melee capability if needs be, and those are basically like the dexterity ones. Gunsmith kit because it's vital to the class. Intelligence, again, there's supposed to be quite smart characters, problem solvers, so high intelligence ideally. Dexterity relies on ranged weapons, and this is problem solving. Perception is about aiming and seeing things, and sleight of hand is just quick fingers. I will need to provide starter weapons. In fact, using the default values for these weapons as described below. There we go. I don't have to need to provide any default anything. There, it's already done. Dagger or pistol, so you've just got a backup weapon, leather or hide, explosion powder, engineer's pack, gunsmith kit, etc., etc. It's a dex heavy class. And it doesn't work if you don't know how to use either of these things, so they're important. Dexterity is all about shooting things for the DC, so aim. Just give you that moment to breathe, to place your shot. And doubling proficiency modifier just means it's going to be a higher chance of landing without necessarily a high crit chance, which is what advantage would give you. It's more about consistency. Focus is class resource. Oh, I see. That was something I used for one of the styles, right? Oh, you may make it with advantage. But twice. Cool. So focus is just being able to focus and pay attention to ignore distractions. This is specifically visual perception skill checks. Fast hands, just being trained at drawing 2 light weapons at the same time. Oh, I need to give pistols the light quality down here. For ease, I will probably just summarize default values in like a small table. Probably here, so I can insert table. 3x4. I only need 1x2. I only need 2 actually. Whoops, nope. How do I delete column? There we go. Properties, there we go. So, pistol, shotgun, rifle. Light range 4120. Uh, 1d4 short reload, ammunition 6. Gotta stop misspelling that word, it's kind of important to the whole class. It's 1d4 damage. Shotgun! Range 2060. Short reload. Ammunition 2. Deals 1d6 damage. And then rifle 150-300. Brackets not common. Because if you're producing something for other people to use, make it as simple as possible for them to use it, because they will like you for that. Ammunition 1, deals 1d damage. Okay, back to explaining my thought processes. Now that I've taken care of that. Yes, fast hands. All about just being able to reload quickly, because it's just like muscle memory. Not reload. Draw weapons quickly, muscle memory. Also, just being able to use your hands quickly and deftly. This is more just to delete. There we go. Cold shot. Just knowing where to shoot people for additional effect. So knocking prone, obviously shooting their legs out, shooting a weak point for extra damage, or knowing where to shoot to like cover fire to force them into cover. Iron hands, just use your guns as a melee weapon. That's really all it is. You know the weight of the weapon. You know how to swing it for maximum damage. Dodge roll, just a quick way of getting out of danger. Take a bit of damage, or you take damage, but then you can move quickly, and also you can jump. With a shorter run-up. Gunsmith, you can make your own weapons, kind of important, kind of a core concept of the class. Calm mind, just a focus thing. This needs a limit. Use this aspect of the feature twice per long rest. Yeah, it's just a quick focus thing, like centering yourself. Crippling shot, you've just honed your aim, you know even better where to shoot people for more damage, so rather than 1d4 it deals an additional die of weapon damage. Shoot out the legs completely so that they can't move to the start. until the end of your until the start of your next turn. So kind of just the shock of the pain more than anything roots them in the spot, or you just knock them over. That's just about being able to focus yourself to hone in on what's important. Careful aim is taking the time to line up your shot, and then lead wind is just filling the air with lead. Fast moving target, kind of drawing attention but equally able to evade danger. Trick shot, extra attack with a modified extra attack, as all of the level 6 abilities are. Again, leaning more for flash and style than just you can attack 2 targets. Deals less damage on the second attack unless you expend a focus point. Now you see me again. More flash, more panache, making your arrival known. That's the word I was looking for. Here I am. And then Dance of Death is just being able to put all of that together into a display of violence. Yes, the reload thing here doesn't work, does it? Okay. Let's just do that. There we go. That works. Patient, more about being a hunter and climbing. This is specifically to climb to an elevated position to shoot down into the battlefield. Penetrating rounds is exactly what it sounds like. It's extra attack, but there's the potential, if you position yourself correctly, to get more than 2 people in the attack. Patient hunter is exactly what it sounds like. It's just about being patient and hiding and ambushing. And then being prepared is just laying traps, really, which sounds cool to me. As well as just knowing your escape routes and knowing how you can evade danger if you are hurt. And then personal is about mastery of your weapons themselves. So you pick a weapon that you're good with, you get better at it. This feature only affects one firearm at a time. Again, extra attack but with a twist. Sure, you get extra attack, but if you spend a focus point, you do extra damage. Let's go with doing an additional d4 rather than additional weapon die. Speed loader, just rapid reload. You can ignore the you can ignore, however, the reloading thing to make an extra attack if you feel you need to do so to get out of danger, to put down a big target, that kind of thing. Peerless aim is just mastery of aiming, really, to gain more damage. This is a modified version of like Great Weapon Master and what have you. And then just the gunsmithing rules. Price is required to make a pistol, and the base difficulty, and then I really wish I knew what was going on with the bit rate. Default profiles of the weapons. I've changed ammo to ammunition. at a later point, and then how you can increase those values, how to increase the damage within the main block of the text, how to change it to a cone weapon because I thought a cone for a shotgun would be cool. Again, how to change the damage, and then how you increase ammo capacity, how you increase range, photon properties, and how you make ammunition and the different types of ammunition you can have. And that is, in a nutshell, the Gunsmith class in 9 pages. The other one was 22. That was all I wanted to do, so I'm going to wrap the stream up now. So thank you for watching, I guess. I will try to remember to link this in my Patreon post about the Gunsmith when it goes live, as like a here's how I made the first draft and whatnot. So I hope it's been educational, informative, and interesting, or one of the 3 at least. And I will be back as normal, probably on Tuesday, with Quantum Break, which makes no difference to people on YouTube, but if anyone's watching this as the video on demand on Twitch, that's what's going to happen. If you did like this content, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. The link is there, but I'll put it in the description as well. Like, kind of down there-ish. My goal, my stated goal on Patreon is that every $100 I'll do one of these a week. So I do, not a month, sorry. So $100 on Patreon, I do one a month. 200, 2 a month. Up to 400, because then I'm just doing them weekly. If it's a 5-week month, I'll give you 1 extra for free, don't worry about it. Because that's the amount I need to make it financially viable. So if you like this kind of content, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. If you're unsure about the behind the screen stuff, there are other behind the screen playlists on the YouTube channel, where you can check out other stuff I do. Some stuff for Onyx Path in Scion and Chronicles of Darkness. And then there's the OG series where I did D&D campaign prep. And hopefully it's still of interest and use. Anyway, so that's my pitch for what it was. So if you're watching this, hopefully it helped or worked. Hopefully it worked. And I'll see you around.